I think this story is the perfect example of why gray divorce is on the rise. See this man? He launched a $100 million company with his girlfriend. This married man launched a $100 million company with his girlfriend. Married billionaire Eric Schmidt launched Still Perlow with 29-year-old entrepreneur Michelle Ritter while they were dating, a venture that has blurred his professional and personal life. Since leaving Google as chairman, Eric Schmidt has wielded a $20 billion fortune to build an ecosystem of influence, overseeing a vast constellation of companies and investments, and taking on prestigious advisory roles that have cemented his reputation as Silicon Valley statesman and AI policy whisperer to the Pentagon. As for the past 2 years, the 68-year-old has extended that clout and committed at least $100 million, according to resources, to a startup accelerator called Still Perlow, which he leads as an executive chairman with CEO Michelle Ritter, a 29-year-old entrepreneur who he has been dating. Almost a 40-year gap. Schmidt's funds were intended to support the accelerator's business, launching and investing in new ventures under the Still Perlow umbrella, but just over a year after it launched, the company was asking Schmidt's family office, Hillspire LLC, to pay its bills. The reason why I bring up gray divorce, this dude is married, dating someone who is almost 40 years younger than him. Obviously, she is taxing that bank account and she's doing it splendidly. And I have got to wonder if his wife is just like, cool, somebody else is taking him off of my hands. In a January 2023 email to Hillspire, a Still Perlow executive requested nearly $2.5 million to meet payroll and credit card debts racked up by the company and its subsidiaries. Eric, copied, has the context, wrote Gal Traeger, Still Perlow's head of VC funds. According to a copy of the email seen by Forbes, Hillspire covered the payroll costs, said people familiar with the matter. Traeger didn't respond to a request for comment. Smith's extramarital relationships have been splashed across page 6 for years, though he remains married to his wife of 4 decades, Wendy Schmidt. But his role in Still Perlow appears to be the first time he's publicly entered into a major business relationship with someone he is dating. Wendy Schmidt declined to comment. The former Google CEO is typically quiet about the degree of his involvement in the sprawl of funds, foundations, and LLCs with which he is associated. Still Perlow is an exception. So just so you know, Michelle Ritter is the one over here in the longer dress, the coral looking dress. Okay, Still Perlow is an exception. He has publicly stated his role as Still Perlow's executive chairman, and sources in a position to know recall Smith participating in business operation, such as deciding which startups to look at for potential investment. He would occasionally appear in meetings alongside Ritter. He is a very, very active chairman. We have a very typical CEO chairman relationship. Schmidt has made it clear to employees that Still Perlow is Ritter's company and she has full autonomy to run it. But in her role, Ritter appears to have overstated financial commitments and overhyped involvement from industry leaders in Still Perlow, according to documents and interviews with 11 former employees and people linked to Still Perlow. In an interview with Forbes, Ritter claimed the country has multiple backers beyond Schmidt. She added that Still Perlow now also manages a total of $450 million on behalf of institutional investors and high net worth individuals, and had been deploying that capital since April. But Forbes was unable to find evidence that anyone other than Schmidt had provided significant funds to Still Perlow, and Ritter declined to identify other investors when pressed for more details on the asset management portfolio. Ritter clarified that Still Perlow had only received a preliminary letter of intent from institutional investors, including a family office and sovereign wealth fund. She declined to comment further. According to multiple employees that worked with her, Ritter also implied the tech elite, including Jeff Bezos and Michael Bloomberg, with whom she and Smith attended social events, were committed or involved in Still Perlow projects. Other times, employees said Ritter implied that Still Perlow had financial or business commitments from Middle Eastern investors such as Emirati Sovereign Wealth Fund, Mubadala, Bloomberg, and Mubadala did not respond to a request for comment. A spokesperson for Bezos declined to comment. So this woman, whew, this is how you do it. If you're going to get with an old head, definitely run them pockets and figure out how to simply make it work as far as these businesses and tax them. However, it does not seem like she is making it a sustainable grift. All right, so she said, we have built something within 2 years that I'm proud of, and there are things I would edit. I'm really, really grateful for the great talent we have. I'm also very grateful for the funding that I've gotten from friends and family, but also from Eric, who is a very significant investor at the top. She graduated from Columbia Law in 2021, so she just graduated a minute ago, and she's getting these millions to work with. Whew. Ladies, please. Take notes. This is how you do it. If you're going to go for an old head, go for an old head that has millions of dollars. Now, his wife, on the other hand, she is probably unconcerned because she is probably set up for the rest of her life and not having to deal with this man who clearly is a cheater and has been cheating on her throughout this relationship. But she's like, at least I don't have to worry about it. Anyways, y'all go ahead and jump in the comments and let me know what you think about this. Like, comment, share.